You know what drives me nuts? When I see somebody on a highway or a bridge fixing a flat tire. And that's the subject of today's idea of the day. I drive a lot. I'd say maybe 30,000 miles a year. So I get around. And one of the most common things that I see quite often is somebody on the highway fixing a flat tire. I mean, I saw somebody, in fact, just the other day, on a bridge, a small 2-lane bridge. Well, let's call it a 4-lane bridge. 2 lanes going in, 2 lanes coming back. So you have 2 lanes that are going in, and I saw we were in a bit of traffic while somebody was trying to fix a flat tire. But what was really disturbing was the traffic was actually not backed up, but slow, meaning he had just started to do that, and it hadn't created enough of a presence for the traffic to kind of get backed up, which created to me a huge hazard for the person doing it. And all I kept thinking is, this bridge is maybe a 1/4 mile long. Why on earth would anyone stop in the middle of a bridge to fix a flat tire? I have some news for you. That is almost, if you want to have a good chance of dying in a miserable accident, that's the dumbest thing you could ever do on a bridge. I mean, look, let's face it. If you were driving along and your tire went flat, now we're not talking blowout, we're talking flat, totally flat. And even if it was a blowout and you've got control enough to pull over to fix that flat, if you're on a highway or especially a bridge, don't do it. Just don't do it. Put your hazards on, slowly drive, not only off the bridge, but if possible, off the highway at the nearest opportunity. Now, if you do that, there's a pretty good chance you'll ruin the tire. Shucks. You'll ruin the tire depending on how far you go. Now, going from the beginning of that bridge, the middle of the bridge, or wherever he discovered he had the flat tire, to the other side of the bridge, probably would not have created any more damage than was already on the tire. But the very notion that you're so concerned that driving with that rubber flapping around and grinding out is going to potentially destroy your tire, that you have to get a new one. Well, I got news for you, Sparky. There's probably a good chance that you were going to buy a new tire anyway, because you were driving along and it went flat. But continue driving slowly and carefully off of the highway, because the very act of getting out of your car in a highway situation is it's just plain wrong. It's better to sacrifice the tire, let it get chewed up if it has to, but it will give its life, the tire's life, to save yours and to keep you out of harm's way. Because I've seen people where they even use the shoulder, which you'd think is, oh, that's fine, at least they're on the shoulder. But they're changing a tire that's potentially on the driver's side, which means that traffic is flying by really fast while they're out there with their lug wrenches and trying to kind of work the tire. Never, ever fix your tire while you're on an active road. It's just plain wrong. Lose the tire, get it done right, but off the highway, and especially off a bridge. And that's today's idea of the day. All right, so that's today's idea of the day. I hope you liked it. If you visit ideaoftheday.com, you'll see a new one every day. Every day. Yeah, some of them don't suck. And don't forget to subscribe. And you can see them here every day. Brand new one. And some of my videos don't suck either.